Welcome to this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is brought to you by BeSimply.
Stars, trees, clouds, and the moon. They all have a meaning and they look just like you.
BeSimply. This is Suzanne. I want to thank you for joining this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is a full moon segment with some Dharma talk coupled with silence and then sound. And want to build upon, and I had posted yesterday, right before the full moon, it's a good time to look back, like what happened a couple weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago, and to see what was revealed to you, what you were facing, all of those things. And then now at the full moon, it will be full here in a couple hours where I am on the northwest coast of North America, is that we have this opportunity right now to harness that energy and move forward with that wisdom. And the wisdom is unique to each and every one of you because you're on your own eternal path. And so what really, from these two moons, understand that you are working, as I've been talking with, these influence, one from your pineal gland, which is the secondary moon, and then with the main moon that you've been used to. And the reason this second moon is so important is if you allow yourself to tune in, and at times I've seen it in the sky, you'll see it, maybe not side by side, but you will see it. It's to activate and rebalance the human species because we've been off balance, especially in the form of the masculine to the feminine. And now we're going to come back into harmony with the two forces. So one thing that's really important to understand from a spiritual practice and a scientific practice, that, one of the universal laws beyond this earth plane is cause and effect. And energy as its own trajectory does not have an opinion. We apply the opinion. And there isn't this all judging thing forcing you to do something one way or the other. You have your own free will to do that. And you have the responsibility, because of this lawful law of cause and effect, to reconcile your own books. So whatever you're doing for yourself and humanity, or against humanity, maybe for yourself with ulterior motives of gain, greed, lust, envy, all those things, that will create a deficit, a debt on your cosmic books. There's no way around it. And that's how energy can stay neutral, because you are deciding if you want to take from your field just to get something perceptually that you think you need. And that's why in the East, that all grasping ultimately will cause suffering. So anything external that you're grasping at, another human being, a job, stature, all these things, it will cause suffering because the motive is not pure. And when you're working from a pure state, pure neutrality, this gives you the full energy field to work with. And there's a nuance to this that it leads us into this 0 point energy that people are talking about, that we're coming to realize that the powers that have been working with for a very long time, long before the recorded record of time in the thousands. And they've been utilizing that for their benefit and not humanity. So that creates a karmic deficit, cause and effect, that's stealing from their field of potential. And it ultimately is harming them and has harmed millions and millions of people. So that large macro example is going to tie into this pure neutrality. So when someone is purely neutral, they are not for or against anyone. And at that point, they are truly at 0 point. And within that field, there are certain things they will not do because they are in that divine consciousness. And when in that divine consciousness, those things that people grasp at don't exist. And so this is how you can discover the charlatans out in the world. They might have the speech within theology, within business, within entertainment, all of that. They could play that they are conscious, that they're super intelligent, that they're doing good, but if there's an ulterior motive, they are not that. And they're not at a state of awareness and observation to be purely neutral. And within pure neutrality, then one can weigh in and see all sides of something and then navigate a little bit more effortless, like a samurai, of how to work with the energy for the benefit. And so you might say, well, that's good versus bad. No, the for the benefit is a very deep level of contemplation, meaning that when you have the motive for the benefit of all, it will guide you, meaning beyond our awareness, will be guided towards that field to support all. And we're coming out of an era where people have aspired and idolized people that are ahead of them, above them perceptually. And that energy has been anything but pure. It's really been curated, manipulated, all these things, and used to entrain all of humanity. So what's available, last 2 weeks ago, sharing with you guys the power of observation, staying the observer, being in meditative repose everywhere you go. And then, here, as the moon is rising, we have the potential to step into pure neutrality. That means letting go of grasping. And that's not going to happen just like, it's gone. It could maybe for some, depending on their state of consciousness. But it then to sustain it is a practice. Also to remember, because, if you go into some of the, if you really listen, a lot of times things people are saying don't make much sense, meaning there aren't checks and balances to it. And so what happens is that really it's the action and the embodiment that have the reveal, most importantly to self, and then that ripples out beyond here. So anyone that is in a state where they feel like they have it all figured out, or they're retelling a history that there's no way they could have an awareness on, most of it can't even be translated. And so meaning like, languages that we don't have models for and syntax for. And so people are creating stories to feed humanity. Again, they're not working from pure neutrality. They're working from something that they want to do. And this can happen even when someone's trying to do good for someone, that they decide they know best and they aren't working from pure neutrality because they haven't considered all sides. They haven't considered all things. And then what happens from there when you start practicing that, like, okay, I'm going to move from each moment neutrally, just observing, not aloof, not like I don't care, not, being detached, but pure neutrality. Just try to be in the room and no one can have any sense of your emotions and where you're wavering one way or the other. And at that point, then you will become immediately aware where your best action is for the betterment of all and self. And what that does is that puts this beautiful energy into the field around you and also into your futures. I've talked about this before, that it's not about a 5-year or 10-year plan or trying to like do this or that in the most, singular lifetime, that you're really working from this neutrality, that you're helping weave something, a net that can sustain not only you, but the generations to come. And so this is a very, very beautiful opportunity to start practicing. And that field is more and more present, because what do we have come on to the scene in the last at least 20 years is a lot of talk about a 0 point. We have, everyone bringing up this person that harnessed that, but it was taken away. Understand that it's still not being used properly. So there's a deficit for every single person that is capitalizing on a free energy that belongs to no one. And there's a consequence for doing that. It's kind of like you have free water running, but people have harnessed it, dammed it up, and are capitalizing on it and potentially causing a lot of harm with it because we can test the water and we can feel the energy. So what does this mean on a micro level for you? It means that you have the opportunity in every single moment to decide if you just want to be neutral. And the beautiful thing that happens in the neutral point is that you can really get a quick sense of where you need to place your attention. The phonetic energy will go away. The anxiety will go away. Groundedness will be there. And then with that full potential, you will be truly at a 0 point. And then your actions will not include any of the things that have caused harm for generations and generations and generations. It will only help build this field that sustains humanity. And that's that divine love. That's that love that extends out. And so imagine there's been a lot of dissonance, distracting humanity, distracting you from just simply being aware, staying in your pure neutrality, listening to your heart, and then having that 0 point energy to work with, not to become a perceptual trillionaire, billionaire, or millionaire, but to be like, wow, this is so powerful. Like I can lay a field that will not only support myself in this moment, but that field will support my family, my friends, my community. It'll help me see clearer for myself and others. And there's a lot more caution when taking action, because as anyone goes into a spiritual understanding, there are consequences. And we're coming out of this era, especially in spiritual, theological and spiritual, where there's been a lot of tales told so that the patriarchal figures could stay in charge and suppress the matriarchal figures, in the sense that they would not have a voice. And those doors are blown wide open. And this is that time to balance the scales and to really have self-accountability. And until each and every one of us are accountable of our being, that's approximately how long that will take. And that means that will take probably 7 generations. So that's not to give up and feel like defeated by that. Let that be your motivation, that this is something that you can extend that has a greater strength than anything ever could in your perceptual relationship with dense 3D reality. The other point, as we go into this full moon, is to understand that consciousness and awareness isn't a hierarchy. It's not like becoming more and more and more, getting more and more. It's an infinite process, and there's a deepening. So think of it, it's like diving deeper into your being and then having more and more strength and awareness to be of service, because it's not guaranteed that you're always going to have the perfect wave to drop in on, correct? So with that awareness, that allows you to see, that allows you to really find that neutral point so that you can make it back to shore and potentially help others to make it back to shore too. So as we are exiting out the male dominated, I can say that word, patriarch system, understand that most of what has been pontificated about and continues to be pontificated about, I'm watching it pretty like, oh wow, this is sounding even more absurd. It's been told that, there will be a point where everyone will put their books down. They'll stop reiterating quotes and concepts and all of that. That can be powerful as far as a contemplation. But they'll stop like repeating it and regurgitating it. They'll actually sit with it or abandon it completely and really listen within. And as that happens, you'll notice people are going to be getting a little quieter and quieter because they're going to be like, oh, because there's the realizations and there's a let go of the grasping, the let go of this side is right and that side is wrong. And that leads into this next point around 0 point, is that a part of the mind control that's been imposed upon humanity has been about right or wrong, bad or good. And that's not true. We're really working as an electromagnetic system that's run on water, power, and salt, if you have to be really accurate about it. So a salt water battery, if you will, that's what you are. And that's these energies all around us. And so within that, there is a charge coming in and out of the system, like a car battery, positive and negative charge. However, it's not bad versus good. The female is not bad. She's not responsible for your suffering. You're responsible for your suffering, no matter what form you've taken in this lifetime. And it's really this understanding, will get deeper and deeper, is about receiving, coming into pure neutrality, into that 0 point, that divine love field, and then giving with that knowing. And then that dance becomes like a Sufi dancer, just spinning, and that knowing, again, being in this field of energy, there's certain things that just don't resonate at all in that realm, and they won't belong. And so therefore, those in the world, anyone that might be listening that's responsible in the present moment as a manifestation of the perceptual destructor of our dense realm, thank you for destroying it. Because now we get to resonate at a much more simple and joyful field. So what you can do with this information is to really think, when you start to say those words, bad, good, evil, all these like dualities that create further and further dissonance between the whole. Think about it, like, what do I need to receive in this moment? And if I place it in the heart of my soul, the divinity within me, what am I ready to give from those resources? What am I ready to create in that essence? And it changes. And then anything that is not in that pure neutrality will not have access to the 0 point, and it will go through its own heat death. It'll go through its own entropy, because that is cause and effect. The universal law, no one's exempt. Doesn't matter what dimension you live in. It doesn't matter what earth plane you live in. You have the power to practice serving from here. And the final thing I'll lead out with this is that there's a lot of like attention being drawn to making you all feel or believe that you have to like hold on so tightly to your suffering. If you get in the practice of, having difficult times, giving yourself the space to process it and then release it in the most immediate present moment, that will serve you so well, in the sense that you will have the opportunity to release it immediately. That's how you're designed, to release trauma immediately within 24 hours and to keep moving forward. And this is how you get closer and closer to being at 0 point energy. And within that will help you understand birth, life, death, infinity. And there's no need to control it. It's to observe it and witness it and really embrace that relationship to your ancestral lineage, that relationship to the continuum. And there's so much to discover. So I'm going to leave it right there, and we're going to go into the meditation. I'd like you to come up into an upright seated position if possible. And then take a nice gentle breath in. And then exhale out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. Good. And then gently from there, I just want you to observe a small focal point down in front of you. And then gently allow that breath, your natural breathing pattern, to be your secondary focal point.
circle in the sun. circle in the sand.
And gently from there, I welcome you to gently lean back and recline or move fully into Shavasana, a prone position on your back with your palms facing upward as we transition into receiving sound. As you settle in, just take a nice gentle breath into the heart and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then continue to follow your natural breathing pattern.
Eung 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 eung
Ane ye ane o
Taking a soft, gentle breath in and out of your heart center. Gently breathing in and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Another one. Inhale. And exhale. As you continue to breathe in and out, I welcome you to just bring awareness to the physical body, moving your fingers and toes. And continue to follow your breath and taking a moment to extend silent gratitude to self. And then, if inspired, sending out beyond here some kindness, gratitude, compassion, where you feel it might be welcomed. Good. And then gently from there, as you follow your natural breathing pattern, just taking that pause to maybe see where you are most neutral in your life, where you rock steady with neutrality. And I welcome you to actually sit there more than not, and that it'll make it easier for you to bring that energy forward when or if you feel triggered, activated, moving from a place of dualistic perception that you're right, someone's wrong, that your wound is the only wound and it's singular versus infinite in origin. And if you can practice that, keep practicing bringing your sense of awareness of what it means to be neutral, then from there it'll ripple. And then in those moments where you're a little bit effortless for you to be neutral, you'll start to, I want you to bring some observation, and you'll start to see how you can access more information to better equip you with how you want to utilize your energy, the full potential of your energy. It's the hindrances, it's the unreconciled cosmic bank books. It's all of those things. And as I mentioned in the talk before, you create the neutrality, you balance the books. And even if someone comes up and needs to reconcile your imprint on their cosmic bank account, that's okay. How you start is by you doing the inner work to forgive, to neutralize, to give back, and step into that wheel of receiving, letting it sit in the divine love, and then giving with generosity from the heart space to the best of your knowledge, feed the field that will hold up humanity for generations to come. So we're at a beautiful, beautiful cosmic moment for each and every one of you, if you so to choose to spend some time and sit with it. And even if you don't do it beyond here, that's okay. It will reveal itself to you here and there over the next couple of days after you've listened to this transmission. So I want to thank all of you for listening. I want to thank Random Rab, Dante Marino, Kadri Scott for listening in. We're going to exit out with Fields of Flowers. And until next time, this is Suzanne signing out with a full heart, a soft gaze, a gentle smile, a deep bow, and a namaste. Be simple.
The way your eyes feel on me makes me feel alright. And the way your mind dreams for me grabs me, holds me tight. So we dance along me and holds me tight.